Ever wondered about those mysterious places on Earth that just don't make sense to scientists? From weird lightning storms in Lake Maracaibo, Venezuela, to the odd chocolate hills in the Philippines, and the confusing zone of silence in Mexico. Scientists are still trying to figure them out. In this video, we're going to check out 10 of these mysterious places. If that sounds interesting, let's get right into it. Number 1. The Chocolate Hills, Philippines. First on our list is the Chocolate Hills in the Philippines. These hills, all 1776 of them, are famous for turning brown and looking like giant chocolate mounds during the dry season. It's like a sweet transformation that draws people from all over. Now, scientists have been trying to figure out why these hills exist. They say it's because of limestone weathering, erosion, and coral deposits from an ancient seafloor. Over millions of years, these processes shaped the hills into cone-like formations. But here's the thing, why so many hills? And why aren't they eroding away like other places? That's still a puzzle. Then there's a local legend. It says a giant named Orog fell in love, and when his mortal love Aloya died, his tears formed the Chocolate Hills. Whether it's science or folklore, these hills are a big deal. Number 2. Dancing Forest, Russia. Now, let's step into the Dancing Forest in Russia. Picture this, a large group of trees on the Curonian Spit reaching out into the Baltic Sea. But these trees aren't your regular straight-up ones. They've gone a bit wild, growing in all sorts of weird and unexpected shapes. Some look like corkscrews, and others twist their branches in odd, almost surreal ways. Scientists have been scratching their heads, wondering why these pine trees decided to dance instead of standing tall and straight. Are they trying to impress someone? Well, we don't really know. It's a bit of a mystery, but people love visiting this forest for its unusual sights. Number 3. Lake Maracaibo, Venezuela. Next up, let's talk about Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela. It's a place that folks depend on for water and fishing, but there's something strange going on. The Catatumbo lightning, also known as the everlasting storm. Imagine having thunderstorms almost every night, producing up to 1 million lightning bolts each year, lasting for hours. It's like nature's own light show. Scientists have been studying this for ages, but they still can't agree on why it happens. Some say it's the warm air from the Caribbean Sea, meeting the cool air from the Andes Mountains, mixing it up with the lake's topography. Others think it's got something to do with the oil reserves and minerals under the lake. Regardless, this lightning has become a big deal in Venezuelan folklore. It even saved sailors back in the day, guiding them through the tricky waters of Lake Maracaibo. Number 4. Zone of Silence, Mexico. Now, let's zoom in on the Zone of Silence in Mexico. This place, also known as La Zona del Silencio, sits in the Chihuahuan Desert, and it's a bit peculiar. Imagine a vast, sparsely populated desert with unique rocks and plants. That's the setup. What makes it strange is the electronic hiccups, disruptions in radio signals, and communication gear. Picture losing your radio signal while passing through this area. It happens to many. Scientists have tossed around theories, like high magnetic and mineral deposits causing the trouble, or maybe even some paranormal stuff or extraterrestrial activity. It's a real head-scratcher. Number 5. Devil's Kettle, USA. Now, let's talk about a curious place in the USA, the Devil's Kettle. It's located in Judge C.R. Magny State Park in Minnesota, and it's all about a waterfall with a twist. Here's the deal. The Brule River flows through the park, and just before it reaches the waterfall, about half of the water volume mysteriously disappears into a deep hole called the Kettle. The remaining water continues downstream as if nothing happened. Scientists have been trying to figure out where all that water goes, but it's still a bit of a puzzle. This place has become famous not just for its stunning waterfall, but also for the mystery surrounding that disappearing water. Number 6. Vavilov Stone Mushrooms, Russia. Let's take a stroll to Russia and explore the Vavilov Stone Mushrooms. These are not your ordinary mushrooms. They're giant rocks shaped like mushrooms, and they're perched on Vavilov Mountain. Now, when you see them, it might make you wonder, are they made by people a long time ago? Well, turns out scientists used to think that too. But recent research is suggesting something different. It might be all natural, not human-made. How do these mushroom rocks form? Well, that's the thing. We're not exactly sure. Nature has its way of surprising us, and these peculiar rock formations are no exception. Even though scientists are still figuring out the how and why, people love visiting this place, and it's become a spot where you can see nature's quirky side. Number 7. Taos Hum, New Mexico. Let's head over to New Mexico now, where the town of Taos has a bit of a mystery. The Taos Hum. Imagine a low, continuous sound, like a hum, but no one can quite figure out where it's coming from. Strange, right? Now, scientists have been on the case, trying to see if it's something natural like seismic activity, or maybe underground fluids moving around. But here's the kicker. They're not even sure if the hum is a real thing or just in people's heads. It's like a sound that some folks hear, and it can mess with their sleep. Number 8. Nazca Lines, Peru. Now, let's fly over to Peru and chat about the Nazca Lines. These are enormous drawings etched into the Nazca Desert, and they've got people wondering what they're all about. First off, there's this figure that looks like an astronaut or spaceman. Scientists and scholars have been debating why these lines and figures exist. Some say they might have had a religious, ceremonial, or even an astronomical role. Others think they could be markers for underground water sources or part of some ancient rituals. Whether it's for ceremonies or calendars, the Nazca Lines remain a bit of a mystery. Number 9. Sargasso Sea, Atlantic Ocean. Let's dive into the mysteries of the Sargasso Sea in the Atlantic Ocean. It's known for its cobalt blue waters and lots of floating seaweed called sargassum. Now, this sea is a big deal for the planet because it's crucial for the lives of many species, like European and American eels. They spawn there, and their little ones drift along ocean currents before making their way back to the coastlines. Here's the catch: we don't really understand everything about the Sargasso Sea. Sure, we've known about it for ages, but its secrets still keep scientists guessing. From oxygen production to supporting different species, it's essential for our planet. But with our lack of scientific know-how about this sea, it's become a bit of a challenge to make sure we're taking good care of it. Number 10. Halland Lights, Norway. Now, let's talk about something a bit dazzling in Norway. The Halland Lights. Picture this, a remote valley, known as the Halland Valley, where glowing orbs or flashes of light dance around in the night sky. These lights have been a bit of a head-scratcher for a long time. While they're not an everyday thing, when they do show up, it's like a show in the night sky. People call them the Halland Lights, and they've become the world's most documented case of unexplained aerial phenomena. Now, why do these lights appear? Some say it could be linked with the minerals in the valley or the shifting bedrock. But, truth be told, we're still not sure. Even though scientists have been trying to get to the bottom of it, the Halland Lights remain a bit of a mystery. That's why it's become a hotspot for UFO enthusiasts, and tourists visit the valley, hoping to catch a glimpse of this extraordinary light show. So, there you have it, a journey through 10 mysterious places on Earth. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more. Who knows, there might be more mysteries waiting for us to explore. Until then, thanks for watching.